Ooh, that's hot. Ooh, that is hot. Yeah, fire's on. We're heating up the room so I can do some resin. G'day everybody, welcome back to the channel. I got this project that I've had on my mind for a few days now. Oh, I've got to flip this around the other way so I can see what I'm doing. Just going to tape this real quick and then get right into it. I'm going to set the scene because it's going to be a combination of resin as a background and then some acrylic embellishments and then some more resin on top. Okay, so I've got the tape on the sides as well as the bottom, and now I'm just putting the wedges in and knocking them in there with a little hammer and just wetting the canvas on the front and at the top and the bottom, just to help it tighten up a little bit more before I start. And now just very roughly creating a scene, just adding some, well, it was supposed to be the blue sky, but I had so much paint, so I decided to keep going all the way down, and then, you know, then, you know, go back and fix it. So I had too much paint on it. Just shows I haven't worked with acrylics for a long time. Forgot how to do it. Don't worry, doesn't take long to get back into it. A little bit of green just to mark that horizon line there, just very roughly, and that was ultramarine blue. Mixed it up together. It was very quickly showed you a little sketch that I did, the idea that I had. So firstly, there's going to be some resin going on here, very roughly, and then we're going to do a painting and then resin on top again. Well, that's the idea anyway. So here we go. Okay, so I've got my resin that I've sat in front of the fireplace, my little hot belly fireplace that I have in the studio, for a few minutes, and it's nice and warm now. So the resin I'm using is platinum, art class 1:1 ratio, measured by weight. See, I even write it down so I know. So it sets in about 20 minutes, and then working time 20 minutes. It takes about an hour for it to set once poured. So anyway, let's see how we go, because this is quite warm now, so I reckon it'll probably be even faster than that. So I might even just get these ready. I get everything ready, and then we'll just pour. This one's going to be really simple. I've already set the scene and I know what colors go where. I'm going to open these because everything takes time. This is blue topaz that I'm going to be using. This is one of the new colors. I'll be using pink pearl for my sand. Alright, and agua for my water, and angel white. No, I haven't got angel white here. I better go get it. Right, got my angel white. I've got a couple of antibacterial wipes. I find them to be very useful. Some people say they use baby wipes. I don't know how that even works, because it definitely doesn't work for me. But anyway, everybody knows their own way. So I reckon I'm going to use about, that's wet in there from the wipes now, don't want that. About 400 milliliters. So 200 of part, what is this one, B? And then 200 of part A. Easy, simple. I love 1:1 ratio. 91, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. 10. That'll do. That'll do. Oh, wrong one. I like to wipe the rim so it doesn't get sticky, you know. So I bring this up to just under 400. I'm still struggling with this COVID. Tell you what, I have not been sick with a cold or a flu or anything in probably 10 years. And I kept pretty healthy. But this thing, it grabbed me about 3 weeks ago and he's not letting go. Alright, about 8, I think. 7, one more drop, come on. Ah. Alright, that'll do. It's a tiny little bit over by 1 gram. It's not going to make a difference. Now, I am going to mix this one for a couple of minutes. And then we'll be back. Okay, so my painting is nice and dry. My background or the base is nice and dry. I'll just pop these on here. It's not going to matter too much for now. So I need about quite a bit of that sand color, which I'm using the pink pearl. So let's just go about that much of that one. And then I'm going to need that agua, about the same amount. Then I'm going to need a little bit of that sky, not as much. I mean, it's going to move, okay, so it's not going to stay, but it's just like an idea. It will be abstract, and then I will draw some little kitties holding balloons, which I think will be pretty cool. Alright, so that is that. I'm going to leave some in here just in case I need some. And here we go. Let's go with this lovely color. It's quite transparent, so I'm going to use quite a bit. That much is going to go in there. I'll put about 10%. Excuse me, my coughing. We'll give it a bit of a mix. It's going to be interesting to see how it looks on top of this blue, and whether it'll change into like a greenish color. That'll be interesting to see. I hope not. Okay, I'm really mixing it hard because I'm rushing. Excuse me. Now we're going to go in with that agua. Again, I'm going to put in quite a bit, all of this. And it's separated a little bit, but that's fine. I'm just going to go like that. These are just a little sample jars, so when you buy them, you get a big 50-gram jar. Here's a little 5-gram jars or something like that. They're only tiny, maybe 10. Oh, I doubt it. About 5. Ooh, look at that color. How nice is that? That's so nice. That's going to be our ocean. Yeah, it's still good. Still good. It's not warming up. But see, this resin, it can be tricky because it'll let you work for about 20 minutes from mixing it, and then oh gosh, sorry. And then it'll start to rapidly, start to heat up. This one's going to be my sky. So this one is blue topaz. Oh, it needs to be a little bit stirred a little bit as well. So here we go. I don't really need it to be that dark, so maybe I'll make it a little bit more translucent. And then this one here is going to be my white, which I will mix right now because I want it to sit in here for a bit. Oh gosh, I picked a jar that's empty. Gosh. I'm going to need to, geez, get another jar. Maybe this will be enough. Let's see. Yeah, definitely needs to. Oh, maybe. I might be fine. Oh, yeah, it might be fine. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so I believe this one's going to go in the bin. It's done. Right, let's do this one. Oh, this is such a pretty colour, and it's very translucent, so I think I'm going to add some more to it. And very pearly. Yeah, definitely needs more. Let's wipe it. In it goes. So how's everybody been? I hope you've been creating lots of art. Not like me. I haven't had a chance to do any of that for a long time. And I went through a lot of stuff in my life. So this definitely helps doing this sort of stuff. Let's start from the top, I reckon. I think I might just start from up here. I'm not leaning it or anything. I've shown the picture before. That's the idea. And I've got these little circles that I've drawn. They can be balloons. They're all different. They're all like trees and little things. So I think that'll be interesting to have them as balloons. And of course, I'm going to resin them as well. But that's going to be, I think, next video, because this one's going to need some time to set up, you know. And I've got this really unusual looking leaf. Looks like a skeleton of a leaf. Something ate through it. I left it like that. I thought it looks really interesting. So I might even put that in now, and then we'll see. We'll see. Okay, let's go. I haven't popped this on anything. Leave it there for now. Let's go with our agua, which is a gorgeous colour. I will spread it in a minute. Just want it to sit there and see where it's moving. Being canvas and a large one, it probably will try and warp on me. Excuse me. And this gorgeous colour, oh my god, it's called pink pearl, but it's not pink in colour. But I remember having a ring that was a pink pearl ring, and the colour was very similar to this. Not exactly a pink colour, you know. Oh, that's good. That'll work. That'll work. Let that sit. Okay, this is pretty good. So it's thickening up already. I don't know how long I've been on for, but I can feel it thickening, and it's quite warm in here. I've got the fire going and everything, just to make sure to, you know, do it right. So this particular resin is great for art classes, you know, resin workshops and things like that, because you can do your resin, and then you can go break for lunch or whatever while you're having your lunch and a cup of tea or coffee or whatever, or a glass of wine or champagne. It'll set in an hour and you can take it home. So it's not going to be rock solid in an hour, but it will be like hard enough for you to safely take it home. So I can feel it getting warm. So that wasn't a long time. So I recommend, if you're new with this, that you start with a smaller piece, because then you don't have to worry about taking so long to cover it all, you know. But I like it because I like to work fast, and especially if I'm eager for it to set up so that I can do the second layer, which will be done tomorrow. So here we go. See how that's already starting to really thicken up, which is pretty cool. And I'm trying to move it around. So that's a nice color for the water as well, but I'm using it as a sky color here, which is okay. It's a little bit, probably a bit dark for that, but it'll be fine. And I haven't I didn't even bring out my heat gun. I better get onto that in a second. All right, so I've got to really hurry now. Oh, I can feel that's really hot now. So you don't really want your hands in there if it's that hot, but it's not super hot, so it's fine. I just like to use my fingers. It's really going in, pooling there in the middle. I will bring it down a bit. All right, go down here. I still have to do that white, so I hope I don't run out of time. Anyway, let's see how I go. Wipe my hand. I'm going to go with this one now. I might use this. And then use my hand after. So I've taped the edges and I've taped the underneath as well. This is pretty cool because I can actually see the blue underneath there, but it's not changing the color terribly. So it's working great. And it would work great even if it wasn't covered with any color. Golly. When will it be over? Okay, here we go. Oh, that's pretty good. So I can bring that down a bit more. And I will get the heat gun out. And that'll kind of like blend a little bit. Let's do this one. Come on, stretchy, stretchy, stretchy. Let's see. Oh, I forgot I do have some clear there. So I am going to use that to put in front of my wave. Excuse me, but I do need to go and get my heat gun plugged in. Scooby, it's right. The horizon's looking good. And you can even see those painted waves under here a little bit, so that's pretty good too. Alright, let's get the heat gun. And I'm going to do the white. Alright, got my heat gun. I always wipe my heat gun because, especially if I don't use it for so long, it gets dust and, I don't know, hairs and things like that on there, fluffs and stuff. So I always wipe it. Sorry, just getting rid of these out of the way. Okay, now we got the white. Actually, I'm going to go in with the clear a little bit first. So How are we going to do this one? Let's just go from here. Okay, then we might just go over this way. Like so. And then we're going to go in with our white. Oh, it's getting warm now, the white. Ah, I can't see where I'm going. Okay. I'm going to have the kids here, so I don't want them in the water sort of thing. So anyway, let's go. Maybe just little ones. Oh, that is really hot. Just like that. Maybe even up here in the sky a bit. Give it a bit, and then that's it. That is it. Now, I do have... I don't want to waste that white, so I'm just going to pour it in here. Oh, that is so hot. See? Already. I will check the time in a second to see how long did it take to get to here, to this point. Heat gone. Oh my goodness. I don't know what happened there. I'm pretty sure I wiped that canvas and why it's separating now. I have no idea. But also here. Well, look at that. But I will do this. Oh, that is so hot. It is smoking. You can't even see it, but it's smoking. I like to always drag a little bit of that blue and put it in here. Yeah, because it was already starting to set. It was not happy. That is smoking hot. Smoking hot. I reckon for people who are just learning, this would be a really hard resin to... Look how that's getting so thick now, which I don't mind. I like to make some texture. Pretty cool. Yeah, it'll be a hard resin to use if you're just learning, because you got to work very fast and you have to know when to stop with the heat. Like I even overheated that and I didn't really get what I wanted to get there with that. See how that, can that be poured in there? Yep. Yeah, with the waves, that foam didn't really work out how I wanted it to work out, so I might have to do another coat and sort of fix that a bit. I might have to do that, fix it a bit. But this pigment is so nice. Look at the effects it's making already. It's just really, really nice, the effects. Beautiful. And I'm playing with it now. I'm just doing this. And see how that's getting thick now? That's cool. I don't mind mucking around with it because I want to make those clouds look a little bit more funky, funkier. And there we go. Yeah, it's definitely going to need another coat of resin over the top of it. Let's see if I can still use this. Yeah, it's still going. Right, see how thick that is? Could even start to set on me and do something really crazy. But like I said, I like the texture. I don't mind. I don't mind if it's blobby. To me, that's kind of like being a little bit creative and doing something different, you know? Yep, I've got enough just for here. And I might even go on the, might even go some here, just down here. If I can get it to drop, be great. Alright, we're going to let that set. Won't take long. Oh, look at that. It just really gives it that dimension because it's not flat. Oh, I don't even think I want to flatten that down. I think I want it to stay like that. I don't mind that at all. In fact, I think I'm just going to keep playing with it until it sets. So I do get those like funky lines that you can see in the water. Like an optical illusion. Ooh, yeah, it's starting to set now. Look at that. This is so cool. That white's totally set. See, it's not even moving, which is awesome. This one here. See here, because it's not as thick, it's sort of really sort of setting up faster. Right. So this one, you can, if you wait for it to start setting up like this, you can even paint on it vertically. How cool is that? Do a vertical painting. You have to be very quick and a little bit more experienced. Because if you're a newbie and you try mucking around with these things, they might not work as good for you. Alright, so I'm going to leave it at that. Let it set up. And then I'll see you again, hopefully tomorrow, when I do another, oh, I've got some more. When I start drawing my little kids. Okay. Bye for now. See you soon. Bye-bye. Okay, so we're back. The next day, I have mixed another 300 milliliters of resin because I need to fix this area here. I realize now I'm going to put my little people here. They're going to just look so odd or tiny, and I want them to be a bit bigger because the balloons are quite big, you know. So I'm going to get rid of this area. This is going to be all sand, and then I'm going to add a little bit more of the agua up here, and this I'm happy with, but if I have extra resin, then I will just do that. But I'm just going to go outside in the sun and mix this up for about 2 minutes, and then I'll be back. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to need quite a bit of the sand color, and I need about half of that of my aqua. I'm going to need a little bit of white. I've got a little cup now because yesterday I used a big cup and I used too much of the white, and I don't need that much. Even this is too much. So anyways, we're gonna all right, let's just put that aside. We're gonna work fast because, you know, this one, I think yesterday it set up really quickly, and I think that's because I had the resin sitting in front of the heater. Ooh, I'm running out of my agua. I better go get a proper big jar. That one's out. Back. Okay, we're back. And ready to go. So this one needs to be stirred up a little bit because it's separated a bit, which is no problem for us. Ooh. Try not to make a mess everywhere. This amount in this jar looks like it's half full, and that's because this jar is slightly larger than my regular jars, so that's going to go in there. And okay, same deal. And look, I managed to make a mess. Stir up. If you have trouble and it's not lifting from the bottom, just heat it up a little bit with the heat gun, or even just pop the whole jar lid on, of course. Pop it into a bowl of warm water, and that'll work. I'm just going to pick this one up straight away, like that. And my white, I better get that done as well. Alright, so I'm just going to stir these up and then we're going to get cracking. So I've decided to add a little bit of satin gold paste, that's a new one as well, into my pink pearl, just to change the tone of that sand a little bit in some areas, and trying to cover that blue there, the agua. Didn't really work because it is so transparent. But anyway, that's another layer, so there will have to be another layer after that. Adding a little, like, splashes of that water in the sand, just like a reflection. I totally didn't expect it to have this many layers, because obviously I need to do another layer on top of that. And I guess it's, well, I'm working with new pigments to start with, and I'm working with a resin that I don't know, I've never used. I've used it a couple of times on small molds, but hello little birdie, hello. Little bird just came up to my window. So yeah, that's, and even the white, that angel white, because this resin sets very fast, and it doesn't move, you know. So the white, I didn't want to burn it. And now I was playing up there with the sky a little bit, and just pop some blobs of clear resin and then some of that angel white, and just smudging it with my finger and creating a really cool texture, and just like a cloudy sky. I really like that bit there. And just going around and touching up and leveling that horizon line a little bit. So there will be another part. So that's it. You can see that texture there, and you can see the piece drying. Some more close-ups, and this is the next day. So thanks for watching. I will do another layer, and then I'll be working on my little kitties with balloons in another piece. So thanks for watching. Bye for now.